Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tiger Arena on the campus of Bentonville High School as your Bentonville Tiger basketball team is getting set for their season opener, taking on the Conway Wampus Cats. Hello, everyone. I'm John McElroy, and I am excited to be here this evening for the season opener, the home opener for the Bentonville Tiger basketball team. And appreciate all of you joining us out there tonight on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. Should be a great game tonight. And we're going to get started here in about 15 minutes, but a very, very special night here for the Tiger Nation family as a special guest is here to be honored tonight. Tonight is Grandpa Bill Wendell Appreciation Night. And just want to invite you to watch the following video to give you a little more insight about the special gentleman that is being honored here tonight.
Good morning. My name's Bill Wendell. Wendell spelled W-E-N-D-E-L. I'm 78 years old, and my title is paraprofessional at Bentonville High School. Lucky guy.
Yep, I'm doing great.
I started subbing here. One day I was supposed to do something, and the gal who was doing the subs said, "Have you ever done SSP?" And I said, "I don't know what SSP is." And she said, "Well, have you ever done special ed?" And I said, "No." And I was 70. I frankly started working with these kids. I fell in love with them. The benefit you get back from them is pretty overwhelming to us as individuals, and so grateful for that opportunity to be able to be a part of their lives.
You said that's while we're here working. That's your shot.
When I got here 5 years ago, Bill's grandson was one of our players. He was a junior on our team, and so I coached Logan for 2 years. And then, you know, it's you start seeing around the hallway and you hear everybody calling him Grandpa, not just Logan, but all the students calling him Grandpa. And we just kind of struck up a friendship, and I love having him around, and our guys enjoy visiting with him and hugging him and handshakes and just, you know, being around him, and he's just a special guy.
Good, Stampede, get up.
You know, I know he went through some treatments, and on his last treatment, when he walked out of his treatment, we had all of our guys lined up in the hallway out there waiting for him to come out, and before he rang the bell, we were all out there to support him.
Coach, your blessings all of us too, okay?
Your blessing.
Thank you.
Grandpa Bill, he's the spark of this team. He's the inspiration. I mean, you come in every day, and no matter how he's feeling or what he's going through or what everybody else is going through, it's always positive. You've never come in and seen anything negative about him. He's the most positive guy I've ever met in my life.
78 years old.
Yep.
Currently in treatment for cancer.
Yep.
And working full time.
Yes.
How do you manage that?
Listen, blessed. That's all. Just blessed by the Lord. He gives me the strength and the energy to come here, and that's my prayer every day, is give me the strength and energy to be a positive influence to the people that I'm around, not just the kids, but the teachers and the people that I deal with, so that I can be an effective person to them through the Lord.
All right, well, as I'm sure you can see from the video that just played, what a special man this is, and how great it's going to be to honor him here in just a second here at Tiger Arena for the home opener. The Grandpa Bill Wendell Appreciation Night means a lot to this school, this community, and particularly this basketball team. As you can see, the players out there getting ready to honor Grandpa Bill.
special presentation this evening. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff and students of Bentonville High School, boys basketball team would like to say thank you to our dear friend, Grandpa Bill Bill. Grandpa is with daughter and son-in-law, Kim and Mike Bell, and grandson, who happens to be a BHS basketball alum, Logan Bell. The boys basketball team would like to present an autographed basketball to Grandpa Bill at this time and say thank you for his encouragement over the years. We're blessed to call you a friend and a member of our basketball family. Grandpa Bill, may we tackle, the life that Grandpa has shown us. May we all make others feel better about themselves, just the way that Grandpa Bill has shown us. May we all love life in the way that Grandpa Bill has shown us. We are blessed and better people by just knowing Grandpa Bill. Thank you again, Mr. Grandpa, for many contributions to Bentonville High School.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a special night. Not a dry in the house. And now it looks like next we'll have the national anthem. And tonight, special treat, the national anthem will be sung by the Bentonville Chamber Choir under the direction of Terry Hicks right after the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you.
All right, folks, there you have it. Our national anthem sung by the Bentonville High School Chamber Choir under the direction of Terry Hicks. All right, getting ready now for the introduction of the starting lineups of tonight's season opener between the Bentonville Tigers and the Conway Wampus Cats. Crowd still filing in here at Tiger Arena. Of course, the Bentonville Tigers participated in, I guess you'd call it an exhibition game, the Arkansas Activities Association benefit game this past Saturday, taking on the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats down in North Little Rock on Saturday afternoon. A thriller down in North Little Rock. Tigers came up just short, 87-78 in double overtime. Talked to Coach Rippey about that game. I think he was really proud of the effort his team made, and just a great ball game. And Tigers came up just a little short there in the double overtime period, but a good first outing against the defending 6A state champion North Little Rock Charging Wildcats in an exhibition game. But tonight, this one counts for real. The season opener, and at home here in Tiger Arena, as you see the Conway Wampus Cats being introduced. And now for the starting lineups and introduction for your Bentonville Tigers. There you have it, the starting lineup for the Bentonville Tigers. Number 1, Aiden Waller. Number 2, Xander Collins. Number 3, Jalen Lee. Number 4, Caden Miller. And number 24, Owen Dearman. Well, we're getting ready to tip it off. I'd like to thank our presenting sponsors for this season of Bentonville Tiger Athletics, Bob Morey's Auto Body and Foster Roofing. They've committed to our kids and our community. Give them a chance to earn your business. Bob Morey's Auto Body and Foster Roofing. So to be Caleb Miller to jump for Bentonville. And Bentonville, Jalen Lee is going to control the opening tip. He'll pass it off to Xander Collins. And quickly a whistle blows. Yeah, I think there was maybe an issue with the clock. Yeah, the clock didn't start. So the officials noticed that the clock had not started on the tip of the ball, so they went over there, ran 6 seconds off, and so Collins will inbound it to Jalen Lee. Lee's going to dribble over toward the left side. Gets a screen from Miller. Now to Waller, now to Collins. Collins back to Miller. And Collins in the lane. He's going to draw the foul. They'll call the foul, number 10, Kamar Turner, his first personal foul. They'll say it was on the floor, so Bentonville will inbound it underneath their own basket. Jalen Lee gets it in, or actually it's stolen by Conway. They're taking it the other way. Turner now on the left side. He'll throw it back out top. It's number 5, Caleb Moody. Moody, the top of the key, being guarded by Collins. He'll dish it off. Tries to find a cutter to the basket. Collins comes away with it quickly up to Miller. And Miller for the layup. Misses the layup, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Foul on Jamari Wilson Nelson, his first team second.
They'll call the foul on Jamari Wilson, number 1, his first personal foul, and that'll send Caleb Miller for Bentonville to the line for 2 shots. Miller's first shot off the front of the iron, no good. Miller's second shot. Bounces off, no good. Conway comes away with the rebound. Conway moving it into the front court. Shot from the corner, 3-pointer. Air ball. Bentonville with the rebound. Jalen Lee coming back the other way. Lee now is going to drive down the lane. He'll take a short shot, up and good. And Bentonville takes the early 2-0 lead. Jalen Lee with his first 2 points of the ball game puts Bentonville on top. Conway now, number 5 for Conway, driving the lane. He'll put one up and in good. It's tied up at 2. Caleb Moody, number 5, with the shot quickly. Bentonville the other way. And a traveling call on Bentonville. So turnover, and Conway will have it going the other way. Inbound goes to Caleb Moody. Moody will set his offense. He'll get it out to number 11. That's Joshua Smith in the corner. He passes it back out top the key. Long 2-point shot, no good. Miller coming away with the rebound. Outlet to Jalen Lee. Jalen Lee going to drive baseline. He's going to put up another mid-range jumper, no good. Aiden Miller with the rebound, up and in. And Bentonville 4-2 now. Number 11 drives the lane, layup up and in, tied again at 4. Quickly, Lee gets the outlet to Xander Collins. Collins, he's going to be fouled by number 1, Jamari Nelson.
Fouls on Jamari Nelson.
That will be Nelson's second personal foul. And it looks like Marcus Adams is going to take Nelson out of the game after 2 quick fouls. It'll be number 12, Traven Stafford. Stafford will check in for Nelson. Jalen Lee now, inbounded underneath the goal, gets it into Miller. Miller is going to get it out to Owen Dearman. Back to Miller. Collins cuts toward the basket. He's going to kick it out. And that is number 1, Aiden Waller, missing the shot. Back the other way. Conway gets the shot. They're up 6-4. Collins now on the right side. Gets it to Miller. Back to Collins. Collins for 3. It's good. Xander Collins gives Bentonville a 7-6 lead. Number 11 drives baseline, dishes it inside the lane. Shot put up, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Bentonville. Called the foul on number 24, Owen Dearman, his first personal foul. That'll send number 12, Traven Safford, to the line for 2. Safford's first shot is up and good.
Checking in for the Tigers, Williams.
Mikey Dada now checking into the lineup for Bentonville. And that's number 11, Javen Williams. Second shot is up, off the iron, no good. Rebound to Dearman. Dearman's going to get it to Williams. Williams brings it across midcourt. Javen Williams now. Pass it off to Miller in the lane. Miller gets a shot up, no good. Rebound Conway. Coming the other way. Quickly underneath the basket. Couldn't convert, and one back the other way quickly. A foul is going to be called on Conway against number 11, R.J. Patton. That's Patton's first personal. And Dearman will inbound the ball. Dearman gets it into Miller. Back to Dearman. Thought about a long three. Jalen Lee now. He's going to dish off to Miller. And Miller is going to be fouled underneath the basket. He'll go back to the line for 2 shots. 7-7, 4:03 left to go here. First quarter play. That's the 5th team foul for the Conway Wampus Cats. Miller's first shot is up. Short, no good. Number 14, Thompson, checking into the lineup for the Conway Wampus Cats. Miller's second shot is up. No good. Whistle blows. We'll have to see what they called here. Lane violation on Conway, so Miller's going to get one more shot. Miller's second shot is up, and it's good. 8-7, Bentonville on top. Caleb Moody now bring it up the court for Conway. Moody dribbles the right side, kicks it off into the right corner. And Conway throws it away. It'll go to Bentonville. Dearman will get it in to Jalen Lee. Pass goes to Aiden Miller, gives it to Williams in the corner. That's Mikey Dada, and Dada drives the lane, gets shot up, good. Mikey Dada with his first points of the ball game, and Bentonville's lead extends to 3, 10-7. Conway quickly back down the court, 3-point try. Owen Dearman comes away with the rebound. Dearman now brings it into the front court, gets it to Mikey Dada. Dada is going to dish off to Jalen Lee, and Dottie's going to be whistled for a foul. His first personal. Second team foul on Bentonville. So it'll go with Conway. Caleb Moody now will bring it into the front court for the Wampus Cats. Moody driving the left side, dishes it off, driving the lane, up and in. It is good. And the lead for Bentonville is 1, 10-9. Jalen Lee working down the right side. He's being double teamed. Gets it off to Miller. Back over to Dearman. Dearman for 3. It's going to be off the back of the iron. No good. Conway comes away with the rebound. Conway now the other way. Number 10 driving the lane. Shot up. No good. Aiden Miller comes away with the rebound. Jalen Lee quickly back down the court. And they're going to call Javen Williams for a carry. So a turnover for Bentonville. It'll go with Conway. Elijah Wilhelm now checking into the ball game for Bentonville. Conway working around the perimeter. Pass to number 14, gets back to number 5, Caleb Moody. Moody trying to drive inside, and they're going to charge Moody with the travel. Turnover Conway, goes back to Bentonville. Javen Williams now, he'll inbound it to Jalen Lee. Jalen Lee working against Caleb Moody. Javen Williams gets it back to Lee. Lee for a long 3. Rattles around the rim, falls through, and Bentonville extends its lead. Quickly, Conway back in transition. Easy layup. Jalen Lee now pushes it back into the front court for Bentonville. He gets it to Dada in the corner for three. Good. Three-pointer by Mikey Dada, 16-11, Bentonville. Another three-pointer by Conway. It's good. Back and forth right now. Jalen Lee works it into the front court. Lee going to drive the left side. Gets it to Elijah. And turnover, Bentonville back the other way quickly. And layup by Conway. Conway cuts the Bentonville lead to 2. Lee now works it to Mofay. Mofay going to drive the lane. Mofay gets a shot up, doesn't go. But Mofay Adelasumo is Sam Adelasumo, excuse me on that, gets fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Tie ball game, 16-16. Mofay at the line with 2 shots. His first shot is up, off the back of the iron, no good.
Checking in for Conway, Matthew Grimes. For your Tigers, Alexander Collins.
Mo's second shot is up. Rims out, no good. 37 seconds left, first quarter play. Conway brings it up the court. Caleb Moody now. He's going to slow it down, 25 on the shot clock. He'll dish it off to Turner, back to Moody. Moody, short jumper, no good. Elijah Wilhelm with the rebound. And Jalen Lee's going to bring it in the front court with 5 seconds left. Lee's going to take the long three. No good. And that will be the end of the first quarter of play. So we played a quarter all tied up at 16. We'll be back in just a moment right here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
Okay, we welcome you back here to Tiger Arena, where we are tied up at 16 as we get ready to start the second quarter play. John McElroy here for the Bentonville Tigers season opener, home opener here tonight, kicking off the 2022 basketball season. Grandpa Bill Wendell Appreciation Night. Very moving ceremony in the pregame here. And looks like Conway will have the ball to start the second quarter. They'll get it in to Caleb Moody. Moody now. Dribble around the left side. He'll give it up. Number 14 with a short jumper. And Conway's taking a 2-point lead. Inbound goes to Xander Collins. Collins will bring it into the front court. Collins down the right side. Collins now to A. Miller. Cut to the basket. Miller couldn't connect with him. Conway has it going the other way. They lay it up and in. The Wampus Cats are up 4, 20-16. Xander looking for somebody to pass to. Finds Dearman in the lane. Dearman shot up, can't get it to fall. And once again, Conway with the rebound going the other way. Number 14 with the long three. That's going to be off the back iron. Rebound Bentonville. Number 1, Aiden Waller. Bentonville's got it going the other way. Jalen Lee now. He'll dribble out at the top of the key, pass it off to Collins, gets it in to Miller. Miller loses the handle for a moment. He finds Waller underneath. And Aiden Waller's got a layup. Cuts Conway lead to 2. Nice ball movement that time by the Tigers. And looks like Conway wants a timeout. Let's go ahead and take a short one with them. Be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. All right, welcome back here to Tiger Arena. 6 minutes, 38 seconds left to go. First half of play. Conway on top, 20-18. Of course, Conway coming out of the 6A Central Conference, traveling here to Bentonville tonight to Northwest Arkansas. And Conway will inbound it. Caleb Moody. He'll run the offense for Conway. Moody at the top of the key. He'll dish it off. Over on the right side, back to Moody. Moody setting up a play now. He'll drive the left side of the lane. He'll dish it off number 2. Number 2 cuts down the lane for Conway. Gets a shot off, no good. Jalen Lee with the rebound. Quickly to Aiden Waller. Waller with the layup. Nice transition basketball by the Bentonville Tigers. Caleb Moody now. He's being guarded by Jalen Lee. Thompson sets the screen for Moody. Moody almost traveled, gets it back to Thompson, number 14, back to Moody. Xander Collins flashes, he tips the ball, but it goes off of number 2 for Conway. That's Xavion Smiley. Turnover Conway. Good job, Xander Collins on the defensive end. Collins now, he'll bring it in the front court. He finds Jalen Lee. Lee gets it to Dearman. Dearman now inside to Miller. Miller trying to drive the lane, makes a great move. Owen Dearman, Caden Miller with the great move. And Bentonville extends its lead, regains the lead 22-20. Dearman dished it into Miller. Miller made a fantastic move in the lane. Caleb Moody now. He'll drive it himself. Shot is blocked, but a foul is going to be called. Aiden Waller looked like he got a clean block out of that, but they're going to call him with the foul. And that is going to send number 5, Caleb Moody for Conway, to the line to shoot 2. Moody puts his first shot up. Rattles off, no good. Trayvon Safford checking in the lineup for Conway. Moody's second shot is up, gets that one to fall. Moody's got 5 points on the ball game. Bentonville leads 22-21. Lee gets it over to Collins. Collins working in against Thompson. And Collins is going to be fouled by Colin Thompson. Colin Thompson. And that is his first personal foul, 17th foul. So that'll send Xander Collins to the line with a 1-and-1. Xander's first shot is up and it's in. 23-21, Bentonville by 2. Collins now with 4 points on the ball game. Second shot, gets it to go. .452 left to go in the second quarter play. Bentonville on top, 24-21. R.J. Patton now taking the ball over the right side. Gets it to Thompson, back to Patton. Patton down inside. Rebound, Conway, big block. Number 4, Caden Miller. Wow, what a block by Caden Miller. Tell you what, last season, Defensive Player of the Year with 97 blocks on the season. He showed you why right there. Well, now discussion by the officials. Not sure what they're discussing, but a huge block that time by Caden Miller. So Turner, not sure what's going on here. Head coach Marcus Adams trying to get an explanation from the official here, but okay, so we'll reset for play. Turner will inbound it for Conway. He gets it in, back to Turner. Turner with the short jumper. Can't get it to fall, comes off. Aiden Waller with the rebound. Gets it to Jalen Lee in the front court. Waller now trying to set the screen. He cuts back. Jalen Lee tries to hit him, but turns it over to Conway. And Jalen Lee with the block shot. Blocked Caleb Moody's shot. Out of bounds under the basket to Conway. Moody looking for somebody. And tries to get a Thompson turnover. Conway. That's Owen Dearman. He goes up for the dunk. Can't convert, but he is fouled by number 11, R.J. Patton. And Owen Dearman was going in for the slam. And R.J. Patton just picked up his third personal, the 18th foul on the Wampus Cats. Bentonville with a 3-point lead right now. Conway in a little foul trouble as Dearman will go to the line to shoot 2. Dearman's first shot is up, and it's good. Owen Dearman's first point of the ball game gives Bentonville a 25-21 lead. Dearman's second shot is up, is good and good. 26-21, Bentonville. Moody works it to the right side. Back to Thompson. Thompson goes in. Caden Miller almost had another block, but a foul called on the floor. That is called on Mikey Dada, number 15. It'll be his second personal foul, team foul number 4. Actually, they're going to say that was on the shot. So that'll be 2 shots. That is Thompson at the line. Thompson's first shot is up, and it is good. Javen Williams now for Bentonville checks into the lineup. He'll replace Mikey Dada. Thompson's second shot is up, and it's good. Bentonville 3-point lead. Jalen Lee working against Caleb Moody. Lee gets it over to Aiden Waller. Waller to Collins. Collins looking, got Jalen Lee for a long 3. In and out, can't get it to fall. And looks like Caleb Moody is going to be called for the foul on the rebound. He'll be called for pushing off on the, trying the rebound, and that is Moody's first personal, team foul number 9 for Conway, and that'll send Caden Miller to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Miller's front end of the 1-1. It's up and it's good. He'll get the bonus shot. Miller's second shot is up and it's good. Puts Bentonville's lead back to 5. 3:33 left to go, second quarter. Moody now calling out the play for the offense. He'll give it up to Thompson. Thompson tries to get it inside. Shot goes up. No good. Jalen Lee comes away with the rebound. Lee working quickly into the front court. He's got Waller for a two-hand slam. And basket's going to be waved off. And they're going to say Jalen Lee committed the offensive foul before he dished it off, so no basket. Boy, it was a good-looking play. So Moody working against Jalen Lee. Moody's going to dribble down the lane, puts a mid-range jumper up and good. Javen Williams now. He'll dish it off to Aiden Waller. Waller is going to drive the baseline, go up. Can't get the shot to fall, but Waller is going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Trayvon Stafford with the foul.
Trayvon Stafford, his second personal foul for Conway. And Aiden Waller will shoot 2. Waller's first shot is up and good.
Coming in for the Wampus Cats, number 1,
Jamari Nelson now will come into the ball game to replace number 12, Trayvon Stafford for the Conway Wampus Cats. Waller's second shot is up and it's good. Puts the Bentonville lead back at 5. Smiley, he's going to pass out to Thompson. Thompson, he's going to try to drive in, throws it away, turnover Conway. And that'll give Bentonville the ball back with 2 minutes, 29 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. Jalen Lee, he'll work against Caleb Moody. Lee now reverses his dribble. He gets it out to Collins. Collins drives in. Collins with the mid-range jumper. It's good. Xander Collins with his 7th point of the ball game, and Bentonville has a 7-point lead. Moody. And they got Caleb Moody with the foul there on the offensive end, his second personal. That'll give the ball back to Bentonville. Jalen Lee gets it over to Williams. Williams now going to drive down the lane. He dished it off to Waller. Waller with mid-range jumper. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Conway going the other way. Moody now drives down the lane, and Moody is going to be fouled. They'll call the foul number 2, Xander Collins of Bentonville, his first personal foul. And that'll send Caleb Moody to the line. Moody's first shot is up, no good. Moody's second shot up. It's off the iron. Rebound, Caden Miller. Miller gets it to Lee. Lee gets it to Collins in the front court. And Xander Collins is going to be fouled by number 2, Xavion Smiley. That's Smiley's first personal, but that'll send Xander Collins to the line to shoot 2 as Bentonville now is in the double bonus. Collins' first free throw's up. It's good. Xander, his second shot is up, and it's good. Bentonville extends its lead to 9, 34-25. Moody gets it over to Turner. Turner now. Try to drive down the lane. Turner, nowhere to go. And Caleb Miller fighting for the ball. He gets an outlet to Jalen Lee. But Caleb Moody quickly down the court is able to bring it back the other way. Caleb Moody now with the mid-range jumper. That's no good. And ball goes out of bounds under the Conway basket. Say it's last touch by Aiden Waller, Bentonville. Conway inbounds it to Turner underneath the basket. Turner can't get the shot to fall. Caleb Moody gets the rebound, puts it up and in. Javen Williams looking to drive the lane, and Williams dumps it off to Waller underneath the basket. And Aiden Waller gets it to fall. Give the assist to Williams. Bentonville by 9. 28 seconds left to go. Game clock and play clock are almost identical. Looks like Conway will hold for, well, now I thought maybe they'd hold for a last shot, but Conway's going to throw it away underneath the basket. It looks like Bentonville will have it for the final 11 seconds.
Checking in for your Tigers, Owen Dearman.
Owen Dearman now checking into the ball game for Xander Collins. So Caden Miller, Owen Dearman, Javen Williams, Jalen Lee, and Aiden Waller as Jalen Lee brings it up the court. 5 seconds. Jalen Lee driving toward the basket, gets it off to Waller for three. No good, in and out. Shot put up by Javen Williams there at the buzzer. Can't get it to fall, and that's the way the first half's going to end. So we played a half here in the season opener for Bentonville. The Tigers on top of the Wampus Cats, 36-27. We're going to take a few commercial breaks, and we'll return here in just a little bit for the second half of play here in Bentonville. You're watching Bentonville Tiger basketball on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car. It's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
Hello, I'm Jason Ho, General Manager of McLarty Daniel, Bentonville Ford. Wanting to go over with you your customer order experience at BentonvilleFord.com. What we've been able to do is we can now custom order your vehicle specific for you. You'll know everything about your vehicle. It's built by you, customized by an expert, and then sent to the manufacturer and built specifically to all those needs. And just like all e-commerce purchases, you're now in the driver's seat. Build your Ford today at BentonvilleFord.com.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity?
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking to sell your car, truck, SUV, motorcycle, or even RV? McLarty Daniel wants to buy your car. No trade-in or purchase required. It's as easy as 1, schedule an appointment at one of our 6 locations, 2, visit the dealership for a 15-minute appraisal, and 3, get paid. Visit McClartydaniel.com to make today your payday.
I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
At McClarty Daniel Buick GMC, we work on all makes and models. We are constantly checking the market and making sure that our prices are competitive. We have factory trained technicians, OEM parts for your vehicle. We have the equipment and tools specifically designed to work on your vehicle. Typically our schedule is same day or next day in some cases. Those professionals get work done timely and get you back on the road. You can schedule your service today at BentonvilleBuickGMC.com.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard in providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Why do people do business with First Western? Because First Western builds relationships with their customers. They work to help you with your financial goals over all seasons of life. They are prompt and responsive. Plus, they offer banking, mortgage, insurance, and investment services. For a high level of service and financial partner who will listen and respond, try First Western. Online at firstwestern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Insurance investment products are not FDIC insured.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all.
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Hit the trails in the truck that's ready for anything. The Nissan Frontier is a midsize pickup that packs best-in-class horsepower, a can-do heavy frame, innovative tech, and more, all in one. Plus, it looks good, too. Find your Frontier at McClarty Daniel Nissan in Bentonville today.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car, it's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
Hello, I'm Jason Ho, General Manager of McClarty Daniel, Bentonville Ford. Want to go over with you your customer order experience at BentonvilleFord.com. What we've been able to do is we can now custom order your vehicle specific for you. You'll know everything about your vehicle. It's built by you, customized by an expert, and then sent to the manufacturer and built specifically to all those needs. And just like all e-commerce purchases, you're now in the driver's seat. Build your Ford today at BentonvilleFord.com.
Okay, we are back here at Tiger Arena where we are getting ready to start the second half of play. As you can see, Bentonville on top, 36-27. Grandpa Bill Wendell Appreciation Night here at Tiger Arena. He was honored in a ceremony just prior to the start of tonight's game. Incredibly special member of the Bentonville Tiger Nation family here, and what a privilege it is to be here tonight to get to honor what is just really a special, special gentleman. Meant a lot to Bentonville High School, the Bentonville community, and in particular, this Bentonville High School basketball team. All right, getting ready to start the second half. Bentonville will have it. It'll be Dearman, Lee, Collins, Caden Miller, and Aiden Waller to start the second half. Jaden Lee now is going to get it to Xander Collins. Collins gets it into Miller, can't complete the alley-oop, coming back the other way with Conway. Moody now gets it over to R.J. Patton, and they're going to charge Patton with the double dribble. So turnover Conway, it'll go back to Bentonville. Xander Collins will bring it into the front court. Collins now, he wants to drive the lane. Collins all the way up and in. Xander Collins, and Collins has 11. Extends Bentonville's lead back the other way. Conway, that's Caleb Moody with the short jumper. Conway quickly answers. Jalen Lee now to Collins. Collins looking to drive, passes it off to Waller. Waller in the lane, and they're going to charge Waller with the offensive foul. That's his second personal foul, and team foul number 1 here in the second half for Bentonville. It'll go back to Conway. Caleb Moody now into the front court. Moody gets it down to R.J. Patton. Patton, spin move, puts a shot up, and he'll be fouled. Just underway here, third quarter play in Bentonville. Tigers with a 9-point lead. They charged the foul there to number 3, Jalen Lee, his second personal, and that sends R.J. Patton to the line. Patton's first shot is up, and it is good. Bentonville lead cut to 8. Patton's second shot up off the back of the iron. Rebound, Owen Dearman. Dearman's going to get it out to Xander Collins. Collins going to go all the way. Dishes off to Waller. Xander Collins with this assist. And Aiden Waller with the easy layup. 10-point lead now for the Tigers. R.J. Patton, he wants to drive. Almost lose the handle. Conway recovers. Pass out to Caleb Moody. Jalen Lee almost has the steal. Now Moody will set the offense. 10 on the shot clock. Moody is going to drive down the lane. He'll kick it out left side. 3-point shot off the front of the iron. It's coming the other way. Jalen Lee, 2-on-1 to Xander Collins. Collins with the reverse layup. Can't get it to go, but Caden Miller there to put it up and in. 12-point lead now for the Tigers. Great teamwork that time. Patton now kicks it out. Left side, up for 3, no good. Patton comes back down with the rebound for Conway. Patton drives down the lane, up and in for R.J. Patton with his 4th point of the ball game. Jalen Lee now into the front court. He's being defended by Caleb Moody. Lee takes an extra step right there. Turnover Bentonville.
Trayvon Safford along with Colin Thompson checking in for the Rockets.
Trayvon Safford now checking into the game for Conway. Moody now over to the left side, takes a 3-point shot. No good. Caden Miller with the rebound. Gets it to Lee, up ahead to Collins. Collins over on the right side for Owen Dearman for 3. Can't get it to fall. Aiden Waller down with the rebound. Waller gets it back to Lee. Lee spins, driving toward the lane. And Jalen Lee's going to be fouled.
Fouls on R.J. Patton.
They'll charge the foul to number 11, R.J. Patton, his 4th personal. Team foul number 2 for the Wampus Cats. Lee will inbound it underneath his own basket. He'll get it out to Owen Dearman. Dearman now back to Lee. Lee for 3. Can't get it to fall. And R.J. Patton comes down with the rebound. Patton now going to try to drive the lane. Kicks it out to Moody. Moody being guarded by Jalen Lee. I'll tell you what, a lot of contact there. Thought maybe Jalen Lee was able to draw the charge, but no call. Basket by Conway. Xander Collins now. Works it over to Waller, gets it into Miller. Miller, good spin move in the lane, can't get it to fall. Conway comes down with the rebound. Caleb Moody now going the other way. Gets the outlet pass to Patton, back out to Thompson for 3. Thompson can't get it to fall. Rebound, Jalen Lee. Lead to Collins. Collins in the right corner. Gets the handle. Now Collins, he's trying to drive in the lane. Gets it out to Miller for the 3-point shot. Miller can't get it to fall. Back to Conway. Conway in transition. They can't get it to fall. Tell you what, right now, neither team can find the bottom of the basket. Whistle blows. Looks like we may have a foul away from the ball.
Fouls on Trayvon Safford.
Trayvon Safford for Conway picks up the foul. Looks like Mikey Dada checking in for Bentonville. Coming in for Xander Collins. Lee now inbounds it to Dada. Dada gets it back to Lee. And it looks like turnover there on Bentonville as Just dribbled the ball right there on the sideline, so it'll go back to Conway. Bentonville up by 8, 42-34. Bentonville's had some opportunities here to put some distance, but can't get the basket to fall. Conway puts a shot, no good. Rebound Bentonville. Jalen Lee into the front court. Lee's going to take it himself all the way, and they are going to charge Jalen Lee with the offensive foul. And Lee, it takes him a little while to get up. That is Jalen's third personal foul, and Conway will have the ball going the other way. R.J. Patton, he'll bring it across the midcourt stripe for Conway. He's being guarded by Lee. Patton now gets it to Thompson. Thompson gets it to Turner. Turner's going to try to drive in, kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson driving toward the lane, kicks it to Turner on the right side. Three-point shot, air ball. Last touch, they're going to say by Bentonville, by Caden Miller. It'll stay with Conway. Xander Collins now, well, he'll check into the ball game for Jalen Lee. Javen Williams also in the ball game for Bentonville. Inbound goes to Moody. Moody drives in, short mid-range jumper. Can't get it to fall. Last touch by Conway, and it'll go to Bentonville. Javen Williams, he'll bring it up for the Tigers. Gets it into the front court, passes off to Dearman. Dearman loses the handle. Xander Collins fighting for the ball, and Conway comes away with it. R.J. Patton dishes it off. Conway puts shot up, no good. And Bentonville comes away with it. That's Javen Williams going down the lane, and Williams is going to be charged with the offensive foul. That's his first personal foul for Javen Williams. Team foul number 4 for Bentonville. Again, it looks like Bentonville gets some opportunities at the basket, just can't get the shots to fall right now. Bentonville by 8, 42-34 as R.J. Patton works inside the lane. He puts a shot up, in and out. And comes back out to Patton. Patton's that's Turner. Turner now tries to drive in. He kicks it out on the left side. Shot is up, no good. Caden Miller for a moment came down to rebound, but ball goes back to Conway. There's a scrum for it, and they're going to say Bentonville comes away with it. Foul is called on Conway's Colin Thompson, number 14. It's his second personal foul. Team foul number 3 for the Wampus Cats. Xander Collins now into the front court. Collins will pass it over to Dearman. Dearman to Miller. Miller's going to spin, drives the lane, wave the basket off. They're going to say number 12, Safford for Conway, fouled him on the floor as he turned to drive the lane. I'm sorry, that's number 13. Grimes, they called it on Grimes, his first personal. Bentonville inbounded underneath their own basket. Williams gets it into Dearman for the 3. Dearman's 3 off the back of the iron, no good. And Xander Collins comes away with it. And Xander Collins going the other way, gets it to Dearman again for 3. And it's good. Give the assist to Xander Collins. Dearman with the 3. And Bentonville has taken an 11-point lead. Conway wants a timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity?
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Okay, we welcome you back to Tiger Arena. 1 minute, 18 seconds left to go. Third quarter of play. Bentonville on top of Conway, 45-34. R.J. Patton now will bring it into the front court for Conway. Patton now dribbles to his left. Patton now working around the free throw line, gets it to Grimes. Grimes trying to find somebody to throw to. Shot put up and good. (45-37). Bentonville on top. Collins now over to Javen Williams. Williams going to get Caden Miller back to Alexander Collins. Collins now gets it over to Dearman. It looks like a foul is going to be called on Conway. Colin Thompson, number 14, charged with the foul. That'll be his third personal. 15 foul for Conway. Bentonville will have it under their own basket. Alexander Collins now 10-bounded for the Tigers. Collins going to get it to Dearman. Dearman for three. No good. Conway with the rebound. That's Grimes. He comes away with it and gets it to R.J. Patton into the front court. Patton now going to set the offense for Conway. 21 seconds left to go. Game clock, shot clock, synced up. So Conway looking like they'll hold for the last shot. Patton now, he's going to drive toward the lane. He'll put a shot up. That's no good. Xander Collins comes away with the rebound with 3 seconds left. Collins quickly, he'll put a long three up, and it is good! Xander Collins at the buzzer to end the third quarter. And Bentonville's going to have a 12-point lead, 45. Oh, no, I think what you're hearing, they waved off the basket. I'll tell you what, this is where you wish you had instant replay right here. It looked like Collins got that off. They waved off the basket. So that's how the third quarter play is going to end. Good effort that time, but number 3, Xander Collins. We'll keep it right here. Xander Collins, number 2 for Bentonville. He's got 11 points on the evening. So as we get set to start the fourth quarter play, Bentonville thought they were going to go in with an 11-point lead, but they'll be leading by 8 as we get to the final quarter. Hey, once again, I'd like to thank our presenting sponsors this season for Bentonville Athletics, Bob Morey's Auto Body, and Foster Roofing. And their support makes these broadcasts possible. Give them a chance to earn your business, Bob Morey's Auto Body and Foster Roofing. Okay. So Conway will get the ball to start the fourth quarter. That'll be R.J. Patton. Patton now dribbles to the left side, dishes it off. It's going to go to Grimes for a long three. Grimes' three is in and out, no good. Rebound Bentonville. Jalen Lee coming into the front court. Lee's going to pass it to Dearman. Pump fake by Dearman. He gets a three-pointer off, no good. Conway with the rebound. Patton now playing with 4 fouls. He'll work against Aiden Waller, and they're going to call Waller with a foul on R.J. Patton. That's third personal on Aiden Waller for Bentonville. Waller having a good night, 10 points on the evening, but just drew his third personal foul. Patton now. Passes it off to Thompson. Thompson for 3. Thompson can't get the 3 to fall. Aiden Waller with the rebound. He'll give it to Jalen Lee. Lee now working the right side. He'll drive in. Lee going to get a short shot up. No good, but Aiden Waller right there. Johnny on the spot, and Aiden Waller's got his 12th point on the evening. That gives Bentonville a 10-point lead. Patton now kicks it out. Thompson. He kicks it over to number 4 for Conway. Takes a long 3, and that's good. That is Riley Sellers. And that cuts the Bentonville lead to 7. Xander Collins now bringing it into the front court. Gives it up to Lee. Lee off to Dearman. Dearman. Good shot. Great body movement that time by Owen Dearman to get that shot to fall without drawing the charge. Been a lot of charges tonight. Dearman did a great job that time. Back on the other end, blocked by Caden Miller. And Caden Miller with a great block. And it looks like a technical foul. I believe a technical foul has been called on the Conway bench. With 6 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the ball game, Bentonville with a 9-point lead. So that will send number 24, Owen Dearman, to the line to shoot the technical. Shot is up and it's good. Bentonville by 10.
Travion Safford checking in for the Wampus Cats.
Travion Safford check in for the Wampus Cats as Dearman puts his second shot up and it's good. So technical free throws give Bentonville an 11-point lead. And the Tigers will inbound the ball. Collins bringing it across the midcourt stripe for Bentonville. Xander out to Dearman for a long 3. In and out, but whistle blows.
Foul, Caden Miller.
And they're going to say Caden Miller committed a foul.
6.
That is the 6th team foul on Bentonville. R.J. Patton now dribble and work the right side. Come into the lane. He'll kick it out to number 4, Sellers, and they're going to get Xander Collins for the foul. That'll be Collins' second personal foul. But that'll send Riley Sellers, number 4, to the line for Conway. Mikey Dada will check in for Xander Collins. As Sellers gets ready to take his first free throw. Front end of the 1-and-1, it's good. Bentonville lead at 10. Second free throw by Sellers, it's good. Bentonville up a 9. Goes to Dada. Dada now into the front court. Dada gets it to Miller. Caden Miller puts a shot up. Won't go. Out of bounds. Goes over to Conway. R.J. Patton will bring it into the front court for Conway. Patton now drives down the lane. He puts one up, doesn't fall. Rebound, Conway Aiden Waller comes away with it. Waller quickly to Jalen Lee. Bentonville wants to run the floor. Lee throws it in. Dada gets it, and they're going to say Dada committed the offensive foul. Wow. Tell you what, that's kind of been the way it's gone tonight. A lot of offensive fouls, and it'll go back to Conway. That's Dada's third personal. Team foul number 8 for the Tigers. Patton once again down the middle of the lane. He finds man underneath the basket, up and in. That is Trayvon Safford. And Safford cuts the Bentonville lead to 7. Bentonville had an 11-point lead just a few minutes ago. Long three by Owen Dearman. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound Conway. Conway with the chance to cut it to 5, maybe 3. The Wampus Cats now. R.J. Patton spins inside the lane. Puts a shot up. Looked like he lost the handle. But they are going to call a foul on Mikey Dada, his 4th personal. And that'll send R.J. Patton to the line for 2 free throws, a chance to cut it to 5. 4 minutes, 19 seconds left. Patton's first shot is up, off the glass, and good. Mikey Dada now. He'll check out of the ball game. Number 2, Xander Collins, will check in for Dada. Patton's second shot is up. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound Conway, up and in. Trayvon Safford. 5-point lead now for the Tigers. Collins going to drive the lane. Collins can't get it to Miller, and Aiden Waller comes away with it, but he is fouled trying to get a shot up, and Aiden Waller now will go to the line.
Travion Safford with a foul, his 4th.
They charge the foul to Travion Safford, his 4th personal, 7th team foul now on the Wampus Cats. Waller's first shot is up and in. Aiden Waller now with 13 points in the ball game gives Bentonville a 5-point lead. Second shot up by Waller. Goes in and out. Conway with the rebound. R.J. Patton now into the front court. Patton kicks it out to the left side. Baseline drive. Conway gets a shot up, no good. And Aiden Waller with the rebound comes away with it. Gets it to Jalen Lee. Jalen Lee drives around the right side, throws it away. Conway quickly with it. They convert on the other end. And the Bentonville lead now is down to 3. Xander Collins going the other way. Collins going to run into some traffic. It's going to go off a Conway defender's leg, out of bounds. It'll stay with Bentonville, but Bentonville wants a timeout. Let's go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Looking to sell your car, truck, SUV, motorcycle, or even RV? McClarty Daniel wants to buy your car. No trade-in or purchase required. It's as easy as 1, schedule an appointment at one of our 6 locations, 2, visit the dealership for a 15-minute appraisal, and 3, get paid. Visit McClartyDaniel.com to make today your payday.
Okay, we're back here at Tiger Arena with 3 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the ball game. Bentonville with a 52-49 lead. John McElroy here with you tonight, bringing you the season opener for the Bentonville Tiger basketball team. Bentonville with an 11-point lead a little earlier But Conway has come back to make this a ball game here late in the fourth quarter. So as we come out of the timeout, Bentonville will have it under their own basket. Jalen Lee to inbound. Okay, Lee's going to get it into Miller. Miller to Owen Dearman, and Dearman loses the handle. Fight for the basketball underneath the basket. And it looks like they're going to get Xander Collins for a foul. That'll send Conway to the line for a 1-and-1. Tell you, there was a scrum for the basketball right there, and Xander Collins tried to come in and go after the basketball, but they charged him with the foul. That'll be Collins' third personal. He's got 11 points on the night, but Caleb Moody's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Actually, that's 2 shots as Conway's in the double bonus. Moody's first shot doesn't fall. Bentonville still holding on to a 3-point lead. Moody's second shot up, and it's good. 52-50, Bentonville by 2. Conway going to press right now. Jalen Lee being defended by Thompson of Conway. And R.J. Patton flashes for a steal. Whistles blow. And they're going to say Patton stepped out of bounds. So the ball will stay with Bentonville. Dearman gets it into Lee. Lee working against Thompson. Lee going to the basket, puts a shot up. No good. Lee with his own rebound, can't get it to fall. They're going to say last touch, that time by Conway, so it'll stay with Bentonville. And there's a little extracurricular activity down on the floor. Tell you what, season opener right here, getting pretty intense. Officials are going to have to talk about this one. Players went down to the floor, and let's see. Bentonville with a 2-point lead. Long discussion there at the scorer's table. Now official will give Coach Rippey an explanation right here. The other official now, he's talking with Coach Adams of Conway. Well, after all said and done, Bentonville's going to have it under their own basket. Javen Williams to inbound it for Bentonville. Williams going to get it into Dearman. Back to Williams. Williams will bring it out front. Williams going to dribble over the right side. He is going to be fouled by I believe Traven Satford. And that will be Satford's 5th personal. So Satford fouls out of the ball game with 7 points on the evening. That's going to send Javen Williams to the line to shoot 2. Well, actually, I think that may be a 1-and-1. Conway now with its 19th foul. And looks like number 13, Matthew Grimes, will check in for Travion Safford, who has just fouled out of the ball game. So number 11, Javen Williams from Bentonville, he'll be at the line for the 1-and-1. His first shot is up, and he converts. It's good. Gives Bentonville a 3-point lead, 53-50. Riley Sellers now will check in for Caleb Moody for Conway. Bentonville will send its guys back to play defense as Williams' second shot is up, and it is good. Bentonville by 4. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left as R.J. Patton now picks up the ball for Conway. Patton now dribbling toward the middle of the lane. Patton now is going to give it up to Riley Sellers, who's going to dish it off to number 11, R.J. Patton. And R.J. Patton with the travel call. He'll turn it over to Bentonville with 2 minutes, 32 seconds left to go. Big turnover that time. Conway showing full court pressure. Dearman, he gets it into Williams. Williams working against Caleb Moody. Loses his handle for a moment, but Williams gets it into the front court. Gets it over to Collins. Collins driving down the middle of the lane. Collins' shot's going to be blocked, gets his own rebound. Collins out to Williams. Williams driving down the lane, puts a mid-range jumper, good! Javen Williams, and Bentonville has a 6-point lead. Nice job that time by Javen Williams. Conway tries to drive down the lane. That's Caleb Moody. He's going to be fouled by number 24, Owen Dearman. That's Dearman's second personal. And that'll send Caleb Moody to the line for Conway with 2 shots with 1:58 left. 56-50. Moody's first shot is up, it's good. Bentonville by 5. Caleb Moody now with 15 points on the evening. Moody's second shot is up, and it's good. Bentonville now with a 4-point lead inside of 2 minutes. Dearman gets it up to Collins. Collins gets it into the front court to Aiden Waller. Now Waller is going to back it out. Bentonville's going to try to run a little time. Javen Williams. He'll give it up to Dearman. Dearman over to Collins. 14 on the shot clock. Collins threw it into Miller. Conway knocks it out of bounds, so it'll stay with Bentonville with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bentonville by 4. Williams gets it into Dearman, back out to Collins. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Xander loses the handle for a moment. He gets it over in the corner to, that was number 11, Javen Williams. He puts a 3-pointer up, no good. And a foul is called on Bentonville's Caden Miller, his second personal. But that'll send the Wampus Cats to the line for 2 shots with 1:20 left.
At the line, shoot 2, Colin Thompson.
It'll be number 14, Colin Thompson, at the line for the Wampus Cats. Thompson's first shot is hits off the front of the iron, hits off the back of the iron, falls through. 56-53 Bentonville. Thompson trying to cut it to 2. Second shot is up, and it's good. 2-point lead for the Tigers. Dearman passes it back to Williams, going to get it to Collins in the front court, and Collins can't keep the handle on it. It's going to be a turnover on the Bentonville Tigers. Conway's going to have a chance with 1:13 to tie it up.
And for the Tigers, Jalen Lee.
Jalen Lee now checks in for the Tigers. Lee's got 4 personals. He'll check in for Collins. R.J. Patton. Patton playing with 4 personals. Patton now going to get it to Grimes. Grimes for 3. Can't get it to fall. And Thompson for Conway comes away with the rebound. He's going to get it to number 11. We've got a tie ball game. R.J. Patton ties it up with 53.5 seconds left to go in this one. Timeout is called. We'll take it with them back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. Okay, we are back here at Tiger Arena with 53.5 seconds left to go. All tied up at 56. Just a few minutes ago, Bentonville with an 11-point lead, but give the Wampus Cats credit, they have fought back and just tied it up as R.J. Patton put a layup in. Tie things up here at 56. Hey, just a programming note. This Friday night, the Bentonville Tiger football team returns to action at Tiger Stadium in the second round of the 7A state playoffs, the quarterfinals of the state playoffs, as the Tigers will host the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Hope you're there with us. Bentonville Tiger pregame shows start at 6:45 Friday night. Okay, so here we go. Owen Dearman to inbound it. Conway showing full court pressure. Dearman looking to impound it. He's going to get it to Javen Williams. Williams now up to Jalen Lee. Lee will cross the midcourt stripe with 47 seconds left. Jalen Lee now down the right side of the lane. Lee's going to try to get a shot up, and he's going to be fouled going up. That'll be R.J. Patton called foul on him. That's his fifth personal foul, so Patton fouls out of the ball game with 7 points on the evening. But more importantly, that's going to send Jalen Lee to the line to shoot two. Jalen Lee, Bentonville's Tigers' leading scorer for the past 2 seasons. I'll tell you what, sure like to convert both of these right here. 827 career points for Jalen Lee. Past Saturday in the exhibition game down in North Little Rock, scored 36 in an 87-78 loss to the Charging Wildcats. Right now, these 2 free throws are all that matters. Lee's first free throw is up, and it's good. Gives Bentonville the lead back, 57-56. Bentonville backing its guys off the line, gets set up on defense here. Lee's second free throw up, and it's good. Bentonville by 2. Caleb Moody now. He'll bring it to the front court for Conway. He's got 16 on the night. He'll dish it off to Grimes, back to Moody. Moody now inside of 30 seconds to go. Back to Grimes. Grimes will get it over to Thompson. Thompson's looking to drive. Moody. He's going to reset the offense. 15 seconds left to go. Bentonville by 2. Moody driving in. He puts a shot up. It's good. 10 seconds left to go. Javen Williams now with 7 seconds left to go. Jalen Lee, he's coming in. He's going to go down the lane, and he's fouled. He is fouled going to the basket with 2 seconds left. Folks, I have to apologize for the camera work right there. Boy, I was watching Jalen Lee trying to bring it up, didn't swing the camera around, but he drove down the lane, went to the basket, and was fouled by Conway with 2 seconds remaining. Conway is going to take a timeout, but Jalen Lee is going to go to the line with 2 chances here to give Bentonville the lead with 2 seconds left to go. Again, my apologies. I kind of got caught up in that, announcing and running the camera here at the same time. And what an exciting finish here at Tiger Arena. Well, as I said earlier, Jalen Lee, the leading scorer for this Bentonville Tiger team in the last 2 seasons. Before coming into this game, 827 career points. They've got Jalen Lee. Well, that can't be right. They've got him with 7 points on the board up there, but he just scored 2 free throws just a moment ago, so. Jalen Lee a chance to go to the line and put Bentonville ahead with 2 seconds left to go. So here we go. Lee's first shot is up. That's no good. I hit the front iron, off the side, rolled out. Okay. Second free throw is up, and it's good. Bentonville with a 1-point lead, 2 seconds to go. Grimes to inbound it for Conway. He's looking down the court. He can't find it. Jalen Lee's got the rebound, and Bentonville's going to win this one. Lee at the buzzer, lays it up, and it doesn't matter. Bentonville wins. Bentonville wins. Jalen Lee with the game-winning free throw, and the steal at the end to preserve the win. What a night here in Bentonville to open the 2022 season. Wow. So your final score here from Tiger Arena, your Bentonville Tigers 61, the Conway Wampus Cats 58. Well, I'm John McElroy, and on behalf of the Bentonville Sports Network, hope you enjoyed this one tonight. Bentonville wins 61-58. Hey, we hope you join us Friday night, the Bentonville Tiger pregame show, 6:45 from Tiger Stadium, as the Bentonville Tigers enter the 7A football state playoffs, taking on the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Well, that's going to do it for this broadcast of the Bentonville Tiger Sports Network. We'll hopefully see you again Friday night. But for now, so long, everyone.